Access to Innovation is a strategic partnership that allows companies to gain access to expanding developing world markets with products and solutions that have been developed in collaboration with humanitarian organizations and university researchers.
We are good at doing the research part, but the other partners we have in the project is very good in their field. So this of bringing knowledge into action, I think it is really the huge benefit of this approach.
In essence, it's all about combining the insights from the NGOs with the researchers, methodologies and state-of-the-art technologies, and not the least the company's technologies and production capacity. If we combine this, we can create new innovative business-driven solutions that can target the demands on the ground in developing countries.
The vast markets in developing countries have been notoriously hard to reach for Western companies. It is expensive and painstaking to gain access to an unfamiliar market with no local network and without exact knowledge of potential customers' demands.
I see a potential because access2innovation knows all the NGOs in a lot of places in Africa, and for us as a small company with a new product idea to come to Africa and start without having this network, we can't do it.
There's huge potential for innovative approaches in business, for business. But I would also say that it's very important that whatever innovations and ideas there come have to find their place in the business model, and they have to find their place in the business model in a competitive way.
What I think is strong about Access to Innovation is that it supports the companies from the very beginning in identifying opportunities, but also in maturing these ideas and into actually viable business models. And the key component of that is actually testing the business models. And by linking up to local partners, the companies have a vital opportunity to come down and actually test their ideas on the ground and see what works and what doesn't work in an environment with strong local partners. And that's of high value for the companies.
In order to sell anything, you need to meet a demand. Demands that are only too familiar to the NGOs that have been working locally in developing countries for decades.
For us, we see this as an opportunity to even deliver more benefits to our impact group. And then, of course, as an organization, what we also see as a benefit is really learning from this new kind of partnership with different players, especially the private sector and research institutions.
Access to innovation provides us, as I look at it, a single stop center that we could go to this single place and get access to information regarding what private sector partnerships are available to our problems, what academic support to our problems, and what NGO partnerships we need for our problems. And I think that's a unique combination of attributes.
As a development organization, there's enough for us to do, and unfortunately our funding isn't endless. So many times we need to cut back on issues like innovation and development of our own approaches and ideas. We also have a tendency, I think, to focus a bit inward. We use some practices, we find them good, and then we continue to use them because they tried and tested. And while that's happening, the outside world develops, and we may not get on the train.
Sometimes solutions that have been developed for one market can be transferred with only minor modifications to another. But more often, it takes hard work, ingenuity, and numerous tests to develop a product to meet the specific demands of the new market.
By setting up partnerships between NGOs, researchers and companies, we can develop the needed solutions based on an innovative, sustainable business model.
According to the Access to Innovation philosophy, all members of the partnership gain from their involvement. The companies gain access to a vastly expanding market. Universities contribute with practically applicable research and real-world innovation. And the end users, the customers that constitute the developing world market, gain access to products that have been developed specifically to suit their demands. However, there are even more advantages to the innovative network.
Access to innovation is very much a solution of the future, because I believe we can only handle the large problems of the world, ranging from poverty to climate change, in public-private research partnerships that cross borders and cross the traditional border lines between companies and universities and civil society. Only if we can work together, I believe we can solve some of these pertinent and pressing problems of the world.
In our approach, it's perfectly all right to make money by changing the world, as long as you're changing the world into something better.